Titans podcast. We are your hosts, and I'm here with my boy, Jacques. Welcome, folks. This is your boy, Lorenzo the Hawk.
And this is Lockdown, baby. Let's go.
We here, man. Today, we got a great show today. We're going to discuss the Titans as far as the preseason.
Yes, sir.
We're also going to talk about the predictions for the season. So, folks, be ready.
You hype, man?
I'm hyped. I'm hyped. And look, and whoever we're predicting, we ain't changing. I don't know what he's picked. He don't know what I picked.
Going in clueless, baby. Going in clueless.
Yes, sir. Don't know.
We gonna
don't know exactly. No paper with me or nothing. We're going to go right off the top, man, and just do what we do, man. So first off, man, we're going to talk about the preseason.
Let's talk about it.
As you know, the Titans went 2-2 with an impressive win yesterday over the Chicago Bears. Last week, a real bad loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes.
Both games totally different. But, you know, going into the regular season, man, hey, we're 2-2. What do you think so far, man?
So, right now, what I've seen in the preseason from what we can compare last year. Of course, we had Matt LaFleur, right?
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
I'm going to say what I've liked and what I've noticed, really what I've noticed, is the offensive play calling. Last year, man, when we had LaFleur, offensive play calling. He's supposed to be his offensive guru, right?
Right, correct.
Coming from wherever he came from, the offensive guru. We got Arthur Smith out here taking shots down the field versus when we were here last year.
Correct.
So, I mean, where can we get any better? You see what I'm saying?
Agreed.
But in the preseason, man, I've been impressed. Some things we got to work on, but some things that we've improved overall and something that I like. What about you?
Well, I would say this, man. Against the Bears, the Titans look much better. Offensive line played better. The receivers played better. Defense played a lot better. You know, it was kind of scary at the beginning of the game because I was like, here we go, another loss, right?
Right.
But we came back and won against Pittsburgh. I was very unimpressed.
Right.
You know, I think they just try to take a cool approach. They didn't want to go out there hurt, especially with Andrew Luck retiring. They just want to keep everything cool, not show too much.
Right.
But I felt that, you know, if it's a microcosm, we were kind of inconsistent. You know, bad game against Pittsburgh, very good game against the Bears.
Right.
So that's just my thoughts of the preseason. So
even with that, just to piggyback off what you said,
yes, sir.
Of course you got your fourth stringers, third stringers, players that's trying to make the team. That's your whole ultimate goal.
Correct.
At the end of the day, you want to win too, right?
That's correct.
Last year in the preseason, well, did we go? I could have sworn. And correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. 0-4.
I think so. It was 0-4, 1-3.
It was one,
something like that.
It was one of them.
It was bad.
Just compare. That people say the preseason don't count, right?
Right.
But you are what you are in the preseason. The momentum flies into the season.
That's right.
So to go 2-2, to me, that's a big improvement as well.
It is, man.
So,
it is. So the next part of the preseason we're going to discuss now is the MVP of who we thought won the MVP of the preseason. So for me, I'm going with the quarterback, Logan Whiteside.
Okay, I like
Woodside. I like Woodside.
Like
Woodside did a very good job during the preseason. He was very consistent. And, you know, he threw the ball down the field.
He did.
He didn't look scary at all.
He looked
so
good.
I'm hoping we keep him as a practice squad player because I do know if we do cut him, he'll be picked up tomorrow, right?
By the Colts.
Exactly, right. Probably so, man. Or the Jags or somebody. Probably the Colts, right?
Exactly.
So he was my MVP of the preseason. He led him in passing. You know, the coach kept him in pretty much the whole game against the Bears, and he fared very, very well throwing the ball down the field, especially the one pass he threw to Khalif Raymond.
So to piggyback off,
Okay.
my MVP of the preseason,
Yes,
Khalif
sir.
Raymond. that young man, of course, has did something our receivers didn't even do really last year. He was consistent. Okay, that's number one. The consistency of just the receiver on the Titans was lovely to see.
Right.
First of all, he's not a body catcher.
Right.
He catches with his hands. Okay. So if you understand football, you got your body catchers and you got your hands. Okay. We know players like Taywan Taylor's a body catcher. Shout out to Taywan.
Yep.
And we got the hand catchers. And something I've seen that he displayed was he can catch with his hands and he's tough. He took a hit down the middle. I want to say what was the first preseason game, and that's the typical Corey Davis dropped the ball. And I can't even compare to Corey Davis or even Taywan or Tajay. But my MVP of this preseason is Khalif Raymond, and I'm hoping that we keep him, okay?
Yep.
Now, I know
It's going to be tough, though.
Hard,
it's going to be
man.
tough, man. They're going to have to make some tough decisions.
Maybe
between him and Taywan Taylor.
You keep 7. You won't get rid of Taywan.
Right, I know,
I
I like to keep Taywan, but
if you keep 7, cool. I mean, Darius Jennings, you can be like, okay, he has the ability on special teams.
Correct.
But man, Khalif, man, he showed me that he can get in space.
He can.
He had chemistry with Logan.
Right.
Okay.
He did.
That's something that I did like. And also too, his speed, man. The Joker got good speed.
Yeah.
So what they were doing when they played the Bears was they put him on special teams to see, hey, can you contribute on special teams? We want to keep you.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? And I think he had the most yards out of the receivers.
He did.
The whole preseason.
He did.
So that just tells you something, man.
That's right.
That's my MVP.
Understood, man.
Of the preseason. Now let me ask you this, Hawk.
Okay.
Concerns of the preseason.
Well, the concern that I have for the preseason, man, is
Going into the season.
It's real easy to think Marcus Mariota, right? Real easy to think we should be concerned, which we should be. I'm not going to eliminate that. That's what everyone would say. Right. But let's look a little bit deeper. My concern going into the regular season is our rush defense, okay? We talk about our defense a lot, right? Oh, the Titans defense is great, draft them in fantasy football or whatever. That's true. But we finished 18th in rush defense. So we haven't addressed that, right? Now, we did draft Jeffrey Simmons, who's injured, but we still have the same players. We had Brent Urban as a starting defensive tackle. Daquan Jones is a starting defensive tackle. Now, nothing against these guys, but do you know who they are? Probably not. The rush defense is a concern for me. Right. The good news is that we don't play a lot of teams that have really good running backs. So that is a positive. But that's my concern. What about for you?
So my concern is being consistent. I know it sounds weird, guys, but being consistent.
Agreed, man.
Something last year that the Titans didn't do. They were not consistent going into preseason, going into the season. We were so hot and cold, up and down. Yep. It's something that I don't like. I'll challenge the Titans. I would like to see the Titans go into the season being consistent.
Yes, sir.
In the preseason, what it showed me, we were not consistent. 2 games we had, we came out throwing. The offensive line looked like the top 5 offensive line in the league. And the next game, they looked like the bottom of the barrel.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Receivers, they goes for the receivers, goes for the run game. Yep. So my challenge is, and my concern is being consistent. If we can be consistent in the season, man, we can go a long way.
Sure
but if you can't be consistent,
that's right.
And I'm gonna say this: it all starts with your quarterback.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So now what we're gonna do, y'all? We're gonna go with our season predictions. Get your paper and pen out.
Get your popcorn.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we're gonna predict as to what we think. I really, honestly don't know where I'm gonna finish at the end of this 16-game prediction. But I'm gonna tell you, man. Hey, we got some challenges, but I do think we're gonna be a bit better than what people think.
Okay.
All right. So our first game that we play is at Cleveland versus the Cleveland Browns.
Dogs, man.
Jacques, what you think?
So, I'm going to say we're going to beat the Browns.
Okay.
Nationally, they say, hey, the Browns has its hype. They got ODG. They got Jarvis. They got the defense. They got Baker.
Yeah.
Yes. But why I say the Titans are going to beat the Browns is because right now, this is the first year all of them are playing together. Then on top of that, you have egos.
Yeah.
So you think about it, it's a team full of egos. You got Baker who has a big ego. You got OBG, he has a big ego. Jarvis has a big ego. So this is a team full of egos. Right. So when things are going right, it's going right. When things are going bad, it's going bad. So and on paper, if you do the players on paper, Titans statistically have a better team.
Gotcha.
If they can just go out there and can contain Baker, if they can go out there and get at least the run game established, we'll be okay. Offensively, I'm not worried. It's defensively that I'm worried about. Okay, we have to watch that boy Baker because he's a mobile quarterback. He's mobile and he can throw. So that's my prediction. I say we beat the Browns.
Okay. So for me, I hate to say this. I do. I hate to say this. I do think we're going to lose against the Cleveland Browns, and I'm going to say this. All right. I do think just because of the preseason, Marcus Mariota hadn't played much. Derrick Henry hasn't played. It's one of those that's like their first game officially, especially for Derrick Henry and some of the linemen, and they have to get adjusted to Taylor Lewan being out. So you have to look at those things and be like, well, we don't have our full team quite there yet. Right. And Cleveland, they got their players, same players they had last year except for Odell Beckham. I mean, that's a heck of an addition.
That's true.
Odell is dealing with an injury right now, so I think that's a major part of it. But you got Njoku, you got players on the field that can really do something. I actually think the Cleveland Browns will beat the Titans, and it's at Cleveland. So they're going to be hyped. Okay. And I think their hypeness will just be a little bit more than what we can.
It's a national game, too. So that's right. So, I'm piggyback. National games, we play very well.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. That's why I said. That's what I said. But 1-0, 1-0, 0-1. 0-1.
All right, next game. The Indianapolis Colts.
Uh-oh!
Now, later on, we do have one of our co-analysts. His name is Trenches, who's a huge Colts fan. So he'll give you his breakdown and about that boy Andrew Luck. I'm interested to know.
Before we get started, I got an announcement.
Okay.
Going forward, Trenches will be the spokesperson for the Colts on this channel.
Yes,
okay?
sir. Yes, sir.
So he's gonna do his analysis. He's gonna do his breakdown. He's gonna do everything.
Yes, sir.
And what we want to do for the show, and that's a quick break, but we want to start bringing in the opposing teams.
That's correct.
And you speak for your team.
Yeah.
Why they gonna win or lose?
Yep.
Let's break it.
That's right. That's right. So the Colts, post Luck, right? Jacoby Brissett at quarterback, right? In Nashville.
Okay.
We're winning. Okay. We're gonna win in Nashville. The Titans on your feet. We're going to beat the Colts. I just think that when you look at it, man, without Andrew Luck, yes, they got talent on the outside, right? They have, talent is on their offensive line, but their offense shadowed their defense last year. The defense finished better than what we thought, but they weren't on the field much.
True.
Andrew Luck played great ball control all last year. Andrew Luck was cold-blooded, man. He really is, but he's not there anymore. So that's an emotional letdown, right? Even for the Colts. T.Y. Hilton is going to be upset. He's going to go from making 8 to 9 catches a game to 2 to 3, right? So Eric Ebron is not going to score the 20-something touchdowns he had last year. So put it down, Tennessee.
Yes,
1-1 for me.
So I'm going Tennessee, man.
Yes, sir.
Post Luck, man. And history precedes itself.
It does.
When Luck's not there, Titans beat the Colts.
What we do.
And I just think defensively they're well prepared now. And I think defensively Robinson was getting ready for the Colts. If you notice, look at Robinson's track record. He prepares. If he knows he's going to lose, he lost the game last year, he's preparing to try to figure out how can I beat you going forward. So even if Luck was going to play, I still feel that the defense was gearing up to beat the Colts. That's just the whole thing. He 11-0 against us, man.
That's right.
I would have loved to see him stay, but I'm like, man, 11-0. So that W. Okay, 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. The next game, we're going down to Florida to play the Jacksonville Jaguars at Jacksonville. What you got?
3-0, baby.
3-0.
I'm going with the Titans because, A, we own the Jags. We own those kids. Duval, okay? We own them. Second, they're still an emotional team. They have, what's his name? From Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Not Pittsburgh, Philly.
Nick Foles.
Nick Foles.
They
call him, what they call him.
Yeah.
Let's look at Nick Foles' history, okay? He was with the Rams, okay? When he was with the Rams, trash. Okay? Statistically, he was trash. I mean, he couldn't get it together. When he was with the Eagles, that was the best system he was in. That's why he won that Super Bowl.
Right.
Now he's going with the Jags where they don't have the weapons for him to throw to like they did in Philly. Okay?
Right. Yes, sir.
So, statistically, team-wise, they still got a good defense. But if we can contain their defense, I think we loaded on offense enough to where we can keep up with them.
Agreed.
I'm saying a W.
Well, same for me. I think the Tennessee Titans will beat the Jags. We're going to beat them like we always do. We're going to run a football. Of course, Jacksonville's defense, they have a great defense. Top 3 defense, no question, over the past 2 years. But the question mark that they have, they're a little bit light in the tail when it comes to tackling folks, right? They'll cover you all day, but when it comes to tackling, and if you think about Derrick Henry, who's from Yulee, Florida, is in the Jacksonville area, he owns them, right? They hate seeing 22 on the field. I saw them play last year. I was at the game. I couldn't believe it's the best run I've ever seen. Exactly. Unbelievable. So, I mean, you look at Nick Foles, yes, that's an upgrade of what they had last year, but who was he throwing it to? D.D. Westbrook? That's it, right? Who else, right? Leonard Fournette can't catch. Right, Marquise Lee, right? So I just think we're just too powerful for the Jags. Their defense, again, Jalen Ramsey and those guys won't even play much because we're not going to throw the ball. We're going to run the ball. So they better get their offensive lineman gloves on as DBs and make tackles because that's all they're going to be doing against the Titans. So 2-1 for me. All right, the next game. At Atlanta, in the ATL, doing the dirty bird, right? Doing the dirty bird in Atlanta.
ATL.
What you got? I think it's a loss, man.
It's a loss. Okay.
I think it's a loss.
Okay.
I'm going to say this. You got 11 out there, right? You got Matt Ryan out there. Atlanta's the weirdest team in the league. One year, Atlanta's the best team in the league. Next year, they're the worst team in the league. They'll finish 11-5 with the same team, and next year be 5-11 with the same exact team. But they got Deion Jones back. You got Julio Jones. You got Matt Ryan. You got the running back Devin Freeman. He's back. So those guys, Sanu, and then you got the receiver from Alabama that's there as well.
Right.
Exactly. So these guys are loaded on offense, man. I'm telling you. I think the Atlanta Falcons are going to be really good this year. So I'm going to say a loss.
I'm saying a win.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the reason why I say a win is like you said, either every other year they're good, bad.
Yes, sir.
But like I've said before, defensively the Titans have loaded. We have a defense now where 2 or 3 years ago when we played about 2 or 3 or 4 years ago when we played the Falcons, we couldn't keep up.
Right.
We have the defense to keep up with those high-powered offenses. Now we have the secondary to keep up with them high-powered. You got Byer back there.
Yeah, you do.
You got Byer. So if you want to throw it in the middle, go right ahead. He gonna pick it off.
Good point.
You see what I'm saying? Freeman, I'm not really worried about. Freeman, to me, is kind of falling off a little bit. You got to worry about 11. You got to worry about Riley. That's what you got to worry about. And Matt Ryan, of course. But if you can get pressure on him, we got it. I'm saying a win, man. Okay. I'm saying a win, dog.
In the dome. Well, the new dome, the new stadium,
yes.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yes.
So, all right, the next game, Buffalo Bills. Here in Nashville against the Buffalo Bills. What you think?
I'm saying a loss.
Okay.
Historically,
wow.
we can't beat the Bills, man.
I know, man.
It's just something about that team, and they got a good defense.
Yeah.
Defensively, and I just feel like this is when I go back to say consistency. I feel like Titans gonna come out flat one of these games, and I think this is the game that we're gonna drop.
Gotcha.
I think the focus is not gonna be there, and like I said, for some reason, when we play the Bills, we can't beat them. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's been of late.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's been of late.
That's true.
So. That's a loss for me.
Okay.
What about you?
Well, hopefully we can reinvent the Music City Miracle in Nashville versus the Buffalo Bills. I'm going to say this is a victory for us.
Okay.
Last year, we were a Delaney Walker play away from beating the Buffalo Bills. We threw to a receiver that, I don't even remember his name now, right?
Shoot.
Yeah, exactly, right. You don't either, right? He who dropped the easiest pass ever. Mariota threw it right to him. If he'd have caught the ball, we would have won the game.
Right.
So we played against the Bills injured and still could have beat them. Buffalo still has the same team. Their quarterback is playing much better. I'll give him that.
Right.
But I do think offensively the Buffalo Bills don't scare me. LaShawn McCoy is an old running back, right? Who's he going to throw it to? Who's he going to throw it to?
True.
I don't know, right? The receivers, Zay Jones, they're average, right? Now, I do agree. Their defense is off the chain, right? Their DBs, they're really good. Tre'Davious White, now he's hurt now.
I know.
But their defense is really good for Buffalo. But I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
Buffalo's going to have to tackle. And they're not a good tackler defense. So they got to tackle Derrick Henry. And it's in Nashville. If it was in Buffalo, I might say that we would lose.
Okay.
Because it's here in Nashville, we're going to reinvent the Music City Miracle. Victory for the Titans.
Got a victory.
All right. Next game. At the Mile High.
Titans. I'm saying the Titans, and the reason why I'm saying the Titans, this is not the Broncos of old. Okay?
Right. Yes, sir.
You have who was their quarterback? Flacco.
Right.
And Flacco, we know Flacco's got up there in age. Who is he going to throw it to? Emmanuel Sanders. And just this game, I just think statistically the Titans are still better than them on paper.
Yeah.
Of course, you go to the Mile High, the elevation is crazy.
That's right.
But I feel like this is a W for the team. And defensively, I think we'll have a hell of a game, man.
Right.
And offensively, we'll have a hell of a game. So I'm putting a W.
Gotcha. So I totally agree with Denver as well. I think we're going to win. We're going to beat the Denver Broncos. What I was trying to do was this right here. That's what I used to do, the Mile High salute. But I do think the Denver Broncos, talent-wise, is just not there.
I agree.
Defensively now, Denver's really good. You got Von Miller. You got Chris Harris at corner. You got some ball players out on defense.
So, but, Go ahead.
But I will say, offensively, they don't scare me at all. Okay. Who's Flacco? Like I said, Emmanuel Sanders is your receiver number one.
Right.
And that's it, right? So you have to look at, okay, they don't scare me on defense. If I'm on defense, I'm bringing the house. We're going to go get Flacco. We know Flacco's slow. We can go hit him. Right. Hey, I think that's a guaranteed victory for us.
Me too. We played them, what, 2 or 3 years ago? We beat them?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
We beat them.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Not worried about them.
That's okay.
All right. So the next game in Nashville against one of our nemesis, the Los Angeles Chargers. So it's a win for us.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to throw out a win for us.
Okay.
Let me tell you why. Now, I might change my answer if 28 suits up on the field, and that's Melvin Gordon, right? Melvin Gordon right now is, dealing with a contract dispute. He might be out for the whole year. He is the issue. When we played them last year, and we had Austin Eckler out there, we squashed him, right? So Melvin Gordon was hurt when we played them, right? So if Melvin Gordon plays, I think that's going to be a problem for us. But he's not, so that's what I'm going to say. We're going to beat the Chargers. Okay. And you got Derwin James is hurt, right? So, you got a lot of injuries. Joey Bosa, he can get hurt at any time with his groin, right? So I actually think we're going to beat them handily. Okay.
So I think I'm giving it an L.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm in my mind, I'm acting like Melvin Gordon's out there.
Okay, guess so. Okay.
And like I said, it's the focus. It goes back to Titans can beat anybody they want to.
Yeah.
But it's just the focus. And I feel like this is one of the games you're going to come out flat. Okay. Because of the psyche of it. Now, even though Derwin James is hurt, you got that rookie Waterley out there.
That's true too. Right.
That boy's a beast. Okay. So and offensively, for some reason, Phillip Rivers goes off on us.
He does.
So until they can stop him, I'm giving it a loss, man.
Okay, gotcha. So, understood, man. Understood. All right. The next game in Nashville versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jameis Winston versus Marcus Mariota, part 2, right? I think we're going to beat the Tampa Bay Bucs. I think offensively, you know, last year, what people might not realize, the Tampa Bay Bucs was #1 in the league last year in pass offense. That's unbelievable. But you know why? Because they had Adam Humphries. And who does he play for? He plays for us. He plays for us. Deshaun Jackson's no longer there either. So it's all on Mike James, right? Mike Evans. Yeah. It's all on him now. So it's like, is he going to be able to, you know, to take up for all of that? You know, he really don't have any other way. He got O.J. Howard at tight end. He's a good tight end. Okay. But Tampa Bay's defense doesn't scare me at all, right? They got a lot of guys just kind of playing out of position. They got some linebackers now that are, they got safeties that are now playing linebackers. So I think Jameis Winston will throw probably 4 picks. If I'm a DB, I'm doing this, getting ready, right?
Birdman.
Yep. So I'm gonna say a win for the Titans.
So I agree too.
Okay.
A win.
Yes, sir.
Win.
Yes, sir.
I feel like you said, defensively we're gonna have a hell of a game.
Yep.
Because of Jameis. Jameis has a good arm. He's a good quarterback. He just gambles a lot.
That's right.
He has the Brett Favre effect. He's just not Brett Favre.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Offensively we're gonna go off. Like I said, defense don't scare me.
Right. It don't.
And on defense, like you said, we got Mike Evans. Okay. Mike Evans and then who else?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So like you said, O.J. Howard, which is a good, decent tight end.
He is.
But at the same time, no, this is a win hands down for us. W. Chalking up in the W.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. So the next game is at Charlotte versus the Carolina Panthers. What you think?
Man, this was one of my tricky picks. And I'm gonna say an L, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna say an L.
Okay.
I'm gonna say an L. You got Christian McCaffrey. You got Cam, of course.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say it's my thing about the Titans is a flat. This is a flat game. I'm just saying this is a flat game. And just going in there, they still have Luke Kuechly. The defense is still intact.
That's right.
And just for some reason when we play the Panthers, we can't beat the Panthers either. It's just it's just these teams that we go up against that we know we can beat,
That's right.
but we should be. And I feel like this year the Panthers are not going to be as good as they were in years past. Just in my opinion.
I understand.
You see what I'm saying? But if we can stop McCaffrey, we can win. But right now, when McCaffrey goes off, I have it as an L, man.
I totally agree with you, man. Is that Charlotte? I'm gonna say it's a loss as well. And again, I actually think I agree. I think it'll be a flat game for us. You know, running backs that give us issues are like the Melvin Gordons of the world, things like that. Christian McCaffrey's at the same type of a running back. Matter of fact, Christian McCaffrey had 100 catches last year as a running back, right? So when you mix that in, that's a problem for us, right? Exactly. We have issues with good running backs that can catch the football. Christian McCaffrey is elite. He's elite. So he's going to have a big game, you know, and I think that's going to cause us a problem. Cam Newton, he'll do a good job. I know he's hurt now, but that's, you know, this is many weeks down the season. He'll be healthy. I think Cam Newton, you know, the Panthers are like the Falcons. Right. One year, Carolina is going to the NFC Championship game.
Super
Next
Bowl.
year, they're in a lottery pick, right? And this year will be a year the Carolina Panthers can do well. Defensively, they do have Luke Kuechly. They got their defensive line. You know, overall, their defense is pretty good. So I actually think this is a loss for the Titans.
I don't want to see this, Cam. I don't want to see that.
Exactly.
So Titans, if you want to get it together, we don't want to see.
We don't want to see this. We want to see sad Cam Newton.
Exactly.
Right.
We want to pouting and whining.
It looks like a grandmama Cam Newton. That's what we want to see after the game.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Next game in Nashville, folks. The Kansas City Chiefs. Now I'm going to do this, right? Oh, that's a loss, man. It's a loss. It's a loss. Patrick Mahomes, as we know, he's going to cause us fits. Our DBs better be ready. A la Adoree Jackson. They come in action. Be ready. Malcolm Butler, be ready, right? You have Tyreek Hill out there. It's going to cause problems. The times we played the Chiefs was kind of weird. We handled them pretty well, right? We beat them, but they didn't have 15 on the field, and that's Patrick Mahomes. That's the difference. Okay. Patrick Mahomes, hey, he's a great quarterback.
That's not defense, bro. That's not defense. You're not playing defense, okay? When you have a high-power offense like that and they scoring like that, defensively, it's not coming in. It's not being reciprocated. Agreed. So, yeah, they got Tyrann Mathieu. I'm not scared of Tyrann Mathieu. The Texans had Tyrann Mathieu last year. That's facts. First of all, like I said, offensively, the Titans have gotten better. Agreed. Something that people are not realizing what we have. We have weapons now, okay?
We do.
We have some serious weapons that can come down and can score some points. And you still got that boy Derrick Henry. So if he goes off, it's a shooting match. Now, defensively, this is when I go out and say about our DBs. I think we can stick with 15. I'm calling it a win.
Okay. That's saying a lot. They better be ready. Them DBs. what do they call MNCB?
Yeah,
man,
my man don't catch no balls.
They better be ready. They better. Tyreek Hill is like this right now. Travis Kelce's like, last time we played y'all, I had a concussion.
That's
He's gonna be ready.
But
he's gonna be ready.
Like I said, prime time.
Okay.
Big games, we win.
Okay, sounds good, man. All right, the next game is here in Nashville versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Victory for the Titans. Duval, be ready. Hey, the next time we play Jacksonville next year, Jalen Ramsey's gonna be in Nashville with us, man. So Jacksonville, hey, this is a loss. Jacksonville just doesn't have enough on defense as far as, tackling the rush defense piece. We're not a throwing team, so that plays to their strength. You look at teams like Pittsburgh and things like that, teams that pass the ball, that's how Jacksonville beats them.
Right.
Running teams like us, no problem. Tennessee all day.
Okay, if I had a broom, I'm sweeping.
Sweep them up.
It's a win, baby.
Sweep
it's a
them
win.
up.
Derrick Henry, second half, gonna ball out on him. Like
Yes,
you said, until they can stop Derrick Henry, they not gonna win. Bro.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
That's just how it is. And I got it for a double.
Okay, sounds good. All right, next game at Indianapolis.
Them
Colts. Now, I might surprise a lot of people with this pick.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually say the Colts are gonna win this game.
Okay.
One reason is that it's at Indianapolis, right? I know they don't have Andrew Luck, right? But the Colts have become loaded, man. They got Devin Funchess out there. You look at that, they're tight ends. You got Eric Hebron, you got Jack Doyle. Hey, you got some ball players out there on offense. Now, defensively, the Colts got much better last year. A lot of young guys like Darius Leonard, who was a 5th-round pick last year. He was the defensive rookie of the year. He led the league in tackles. So you don't think he's gonna come back better this year? They're coming out of the out of the preseason healthy. Quentin Nelson is there as the offensive line. I think that's their strength. And as I mentioned, our rush defense is a problem. Marlon Mack played very good against us last year. He's still there, right? Now, we could win this, but it's at Indianapolis. I just think we're gonna lose against them.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna blow your mind again. I'm gonna say the same thing. We take
Okay.
it.
Wow.
And it's because we are in Indy, man. When we're in Indy, we can't win.
We can't
win. Something that I like the Colts, what they do on defense is they play that zone scheme defense. Okay,
Yeah.
and that's how they beat us last year.
That's right.
That zone. So the Titans offense thought they were gonna come out and play. Man, that zone whooped Mariota's ass.
It did.
It whooped it, man, because you're sitting there, you're trying to pick apart, and all of a sudden you see your man sitting in that zone. Boom, he threw that pick to Wilson, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's just the dome. I don't know what it is about that dome, and I feel like Adore. Hopefully Adore don't get chopped up by him.
Exactly. And T.Y. was doing this the whole time, man.
But I'm gonna take an L, man. I'm gonna take an L.
And T.Y. predicted he would have 150 yards and 2 touchdowns.
He got 100.
And he got that game. He told
150.
Andrew James that. He said, Andrew, I'm gonna get that tonight.
Because he knows.
He knows what's up.
He knows.
So we got our boy Trenches, man, who's gonna give you this
Trenches.
breakdown.
Whoa.
Trenches. Games.
Trenches. Oh, man, look at this.
Yes, sir. Who's that guy? Who's number 12? Who's that? I don't know that.
We're doing our predictions, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and put my 2 cents in where it fit in. I'm Trenches. Let's go Colts all the way. And I'm going to piggyback off both of them and say that the Titans are going to take that L, so don't be mad at us. Don't be mad at me. And I'm also going to say in week 2, y'all going to take that L too. What I think people are failing to realize is that in the trenches, we are a lot better than it appears. The offensive line is playing. We got Carroll Phillips on the defensive tackle side. He had 4 sacks in the preseason. He's going to make the team. He's going to be out there with archery. He's going to be out there with some of those big bodies up front. Jabbar Sheard on the other side. The secondary has gotten better. You're seeing we got Malik back there. Who else is back there? We got Quincy, and we got I'm forgetting. He do his thing on the left side. But the point I'm trying to make is that in the trenches we are playing at a high level. I watched a lot of the preseason games. We're tackling a little bit better. I think we can develop there on the linebacker front. But as far as the quarterback controversy, don't worry, Colts fans. Don't worry. There will be time to find receivers. Brissett has already shown he can find Ebron in the corner of the end zone and drop him a dime. Lorenzo, like Hawk said, Doyle is back healthy. It's a new season, so we got 2 killers. We also got Ollie Cox out there. They can grab him one hand. We can go with depth. Keyword, depth. We're deep in a lot of places.
All right.
Okay? So if you need me, I'll be where you can find me. And I'll give my 2 cents on Luck and his retirement whenever they're ready for me.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good.
Go Colts!
So all 3 of us are guessing this here. At least for the second game. We'll beat them the first game.
I'm saying the first game.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, Trenches, you're going to say that's your team,
Right,
man.
exactly. Right. All right. So the next game we have is at Oakland. All right, against the Raiders. That's a victory for us, man. I think it's a victory, man. I know we got Antonio Brown out there. Now, Antonio Brown gives us problems, man. The Steelers, but you got Josh Jacobs at running back, right? Don't know much about him yet. You know, he played at Alabama. Very good running back. He's a rookie. You know, we'll see. The problem with the Raiders, I think, defense. Okay. Who they got on defense? Who? A bunch of 4th and 5th round picks from 2 years ago, right? We looked at that, remember?
Right, we did.
Bunch of guys are just out there playing on defense. Their offense will score some points. I do believe that. Right. But I just think defensively, they're not going to be able to stop the run. I think Derrick Henry's going to have a heck of a game running the football. And as you can tell, we're talking a lot about Derrick Henry. He's going to have a big season for us to win. Yeah. But I do think we'll beat the Oakland Raiders.
So I also think that we'll beat the Raiders.
Okay.
Of course, the run game has to get going. That's the big thing. And offensively, they're going to get their points. Now, we got to really watch this kid named Hunter Renfrow.
Okay, yeah.
From Clemson.
Yes,
okay?
Yes, sir.
This slot receiver is crazy.
He is.
That man is going to go off. I've seen him in the preseason.
Yeah, man.
Don't buy because, but I've been peeping the Raiders, man, just because of Gruden. I want to see what Gruden is building on the end.
Okay.
Defensively, they have a safety from Mississippi State, and I forgot his name. This joker can hit, so just be watching out. But I'm guaranteeing a victory. We got to get the run game going on this because defensively they're not a big team.
No, they're
defense.
not. Yeah.
So Derrick Henry can exploit this all day. So I'm thinking a W.
Yeah, and then let Khalil Mack go last year.
That was stupid.
That was dumb. So, you know, that's a huge void to fill. So
exactly.
The next game is here in Nashville versus the Houston Texans. What you think, Jacques?
We winning that, man.
Absolutely.
We winning that. And the reason why I'm saying we winning that, the Texans are, to me, on the decline.
Okay.
They had their window to win a Super Bowl. They had their window to win. J.J. Watt is getting up in age. They about to get rid of the Clowney. You see what I'm saying? They don't have Matthew back there no more.
Yes, sir.
Defensively, they're tearing down. So, offensively, we have to have a big game against the Texans, man. If we can run the ball, which is just key, like we said, Henry is the key.
Yes.
You see, because if you get the run game going, you can get the passing game. The passing lanes will start opening up.
That's right.
So this has to be an even game for us to win. Last year they dogged us, man. They kicked our butt.
They did.
So this game, I want to see us put up 30, 40 points just because of what they did to us last year. Yeah. Defensively, if you can contain Watson, we win the game.
Agree. For me. Can I agree with you on that? I totally agree. I think this will be a victory for the Titans. I think when you look at Lamar Miller's out for the season with a torn ACL, they're trying to find a junk man to play running back at this time. You got that boy Jadeveon Clowney that's going to be gone. Miami's looking to get him, and he won't be there. So you've lost 2 key players with Houston, okay? Mm-hmm. Yes, you got Deshaun Watson. Mm-hmm. You got Kiki Coutee out there. And, of course, you got the receiver out there. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Yeah. Who I think is the best receiver in the league.
Yes,
D-Hop is ridiculous, right? 6'4", can run routes, fast. Right. He don't drop balls. And you look at him going against Malcolm Butler, who gave Malcolm Butler a lot of fits last year, right? Yeah. So that's there. That's still there. Right. But I do think now you can scheme a bit better against them because they don't have Lamar Miller who can catch the football in the backfield. I think those 2 reasons are the reasons why we'll beat the Texans. If they had them, I'd say they would beat us.
I agree.
But I'm going to go with the Titans against the Houston Texans.
I agree.
All right. The next game is the last home game of the season versus the New Orleans Saints. What you think? Hey, Jacques, man.
We're going to win. We're going to beat them.
Okay.
And the reason why I say we're going to beat them, last time we played the Saints, we matched them offensively, man.
We did.
But I mean, it was a shootout. It was a shootout. Defensively, the Colts don't scare me. Now, they got that boy Lattimore. They do have Lattimore.
They got Lattimore.
They do got Lat. You see what I'm saying? Yep. And ain't nothing wrong with the Lat. You feel me? Yep. And he was a shutdown corner, when his rookie year. He won Defensive Rookie of the Year.
He did.
But at the same time, they don't have nobody on defense that scare me. So, like I said, goes back to me again. Henry has to have a big game. But this is when the receivers need to really open up because Drew Brees, hey, first play, slang it, touchdown. So if we can get in a shootout with them and stop them defensively, we win. We win.
So, I hate to be a bearer of bad news.
Let's go. Go ahead.
I think the New Orleans Saints will beat us here in Nashville.
Okay.
Why? Because they got 41 in the backfield and Alvin Kamara, right? Players of running backs that can catch the football and run. He's one of the best in the league. Maybe the best in the league at that, right? Alvin Kamara is a problem. Who's going to guard him? Jayon Brown? Ain't going to happen. Rashaan Evans? Ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen.
Man.
Wesley Woodyard? Ain't going to happen. They have to keep a safety on top. Then, if you do that, you got Michael Thomas on the outside, right? Who's might be the 3rd or 4th best receiver in the league.
But see,
so
go ahead.
So I just think that I think offensively, yes. Defensively, they don't scare me at all, right? I think their pass defense is not that bad. In the past, they've been the worst ever. I think they got more speed, and I think Derrick Henry could have 100 yards rushing. But I just think it's going to be a fast game. And though we beat them 2 years ago, I think this year, I just think they're just a bit too much because of Kamara.
So I feel like that's why we drafted Hooker.
Okay,
that's why we drafted Hooker. You need somebody to guard him.
I don't think he can guard him, man.
I believe Hooker can guard him.
I don't know. That's saying a lot. Alvin Kamara's cold.
That is. Usa.
UT guy, he's cold.
Hey,
he's cold.
He's
cold.
beast.
The last game of the season at Houston. Okay. I think we're gonna beat them. Okay. I think we're sweeping the Houston Texans for the first time, and I don't remember when. Right? Houston has always had our number in a way too. We usually go 1-1 against them, but I think we're gonna go 2-0 against the Texans. It's at Houston. I don't think at that time Houston will be playing for much at that time. I think they're just kind of just throw whoever on the field. I think Houston will not have a good season based on injuries, based on their offensive line. They have the worst offensive line in the league. Mark my words. That's why they're trying to get rid of Jadeveon Clowney. They're trying to trade to get some players. Their line is terrible. So if our D-line could play well, we'll smash the Houston Texans. And even last year, Deshaun Watson getting hit all over the field last year. So I'm going with the Titans.
Sweet, baby.
Sweep them up.
Titans.
Yep.
Titans. Yes, sir. Henry's going to have a big game. Mariota's going to have a big game. The receiver's going to have a big game. Defensively, we're going to hit Watson, get pressure on him, and maybe pick off a couple of balls. Because something I noticed about our DBs in the preseason, I'm sorry to backtrack, but we were creating turnovers.
That's true.
That's something that's going to carry over into the regular season. Yeah. So look for a big turnover year for the DBs, man.
Let's go buy it.
We sweep.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I'm saying we sweep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey.
So, Jacques, have you been keeping tally of your wins?
I think I'm at 11, maybe 12-4, maybe.
I'm at 10-6.
Okay.
I'm at 10-6.
So is that the play?
So my victories that I have the Indianapolis Colts, the Jags, the Bills, the Broncos, the Chargers, the Bucks, the Jags, the Raiders, the Texans, and the Texans again. That's 10 wins for me.
Okay. So I have the Browns, the Colts, the Jags, the Falcons. Let's see. I have the Broncos. I have the Tampa Bay Bucks. I have the Kansas City Chiefs. I have the Jags. Let's see. I have the Raiders. I have 11. Mm-hmm. I have New Orleans. That's 12. And I have Houston.
Wow, 13-3.
I'm telling you, dog. Hey, that's
we are way off.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. Hey, I'm just saying. Okay, you know who I want to bring back?
Okay, what's that?
Trenches, man.
Okay, bring it back. Where's the Trenches? Where you at?
So, my question to Trenches is, first, I got two questions for you, bro. Right. So, for you being a Colts fan, how do you feel about Luck, man, retiring?
Yeah, gotta hear this, man.
It was devastating. I was watching it. I was watching something else on TV, and then somebody tagged me in it on Facebook. I was like, this got to be a joke. I went to Adam Schefter's Twitter page, and it was funny because Adam Schefter, he had like 2 posts about Luck, one about the running back from Houston that got done for the season, and then he was selling his book. Right. So I said, man, he's just he's just trying to sell a book.
Right.
And then it hit ESPN, it was like, for a moment, it was the worst kind of pain you could feel as a football fan.
Yes, sir.
Because at that moment, you have to realize that what you expected to see out on that field come game one is not going to be there.
That's right.
And I love Luck. I had 6 good years with him that he played, and I had a lot of fun watching that kid play. And I always hoped that he would take it that extra step further. Yeah. But to be honest with you, last year against the Chiefs, towards the end of the first half, I saw a drained quarterback.
Okay.
Sheer will brought him back in the second half when the Chiefs kind of eased up and relaxed the defense, and he was able to create. But that first half, he was struggling. And I remember saying to myself, I don't think he's ever going to get out of that mentality. And I think the reason that was football was not the end-all, be-all for us. And a lot of people have been giving him a lot of flack for retiring 2 weeks before the season. But I guarantee you, do not jump off the ship. It's gonna be big shoes to fill because he can create. And this was the year. On paper, that was like Super Bowl.
Absolutely, no question.
You go down that wide receiver list. I mean, you got Devin Funches. You got Parrish Campbell. You got Krishan Logan, which is on the bubble of being cut or not. We don't know. We're like 6 receivers deep with 3 tight ends that are back offensive line that was ready to raise Kane.
Yeah.
And he retires.
Right.
So it's a big letdown. But just look for Jacoby Brissett to have protection this year. 3 years in the system.
Right.
Make him having time to make the reads. T.Y. Hilton, you know what he can do. You put Devin Funches on the other end, you got a distraction, you got a tight end, you got a slot. It's gonna be okay. My prediction.
Yes. That was my next question.
I think we're gonna win 10 games.
10 games. That's a lot.
I do not have the list in front of me.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you that prediction is the dramatic prediction.
Okay.
Because it's gonna go 1-2 ways. Either we're going to come out day one and look like we don't know what we're doing on offense.
Right, that's true.
Or Jacoby Brissett is going to come out there and lead them to victory. First game, we got the Chargers.
Ooh, that's a
tough matchup to come for Jacoby Brissett.
It might not be, though.
Well, defensively, I think they've always given us fit. If you go back years ago, they put us out the playoffs. They sacked. Matter of fact, a friend of mine, Tim Dobbins, was playing for the Chargers, sacked Peyton Manning at the end of the game, kept us from going further, advancing in the playoffs. So they always get Phillip Rivers. Come on, man. We already know what he can do.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But on defense, I think we have the weapons. So just do not jump ship yet. Don't jump ship at all. But just salute. And the people that booed Luck, I get it.
Right.
It was the timing.
Right.
It got leaked. Whoever leaked it, they need to find him and get him way away. As a matter of fact, they need to arrest him. You know what I'm saying? Because that was Luck's moment to say, man, hey, you know, whenever they were going to do the press conference, I apologize, but I can't go no further. And I get it, man. The dude been hurt severely. Not just an ankle sprain or I'm talking about lacerated kidney, okay? Shoulder surgery. This is just what they told us. You know, he took a hit against Denver the year that he brought us back to beat them. And I think we made it to the AFC Championship, I believe. We made it that far that year. I think it was the 3rd year. And he got hit so hard. I forgot. I think it was Von Miller. In the sternum. I thought he was done. I remember yelling out, he didn't get nothing. He got up and won that game. So he deserved the opportunity to announce that on his own terms. I wish he would have did it at the end of last season or played this season out and bear witness to that offensive line. But it is what it is. We got to keep pushing. So don't fret. Just send. I think they're doing the retirement jersey.
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
First home game.
Okay, wow.
Okay. So just hold tight, man. Send them this much needed respect and much due respect. And the coach, we're going to keep pushing, baby. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep pushing. So if you need me, you know where to find me.
Patricia's himself, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
go, coach.
But you know how, and I do want to say this, us being ex-football players,
yes, sir.
We understand what Luck and where he's coming from,
that is
man.
correct.
When you lose the passion of football, you see when you play football, it's a whole different beast.
It is, man.
You got to get on that field and you got to be a monster, man.
Right,
you got to be out of your mind. It's like an out-of-body experience.
It is. It really is.
So. You know that at the end of the game that the adrenaline is flowing, and then 2 days later you feel something, the sharp pain in your back, your neck, your shoulder. I get it, man, and I can put myself in his shoes and be like, okay, I got a family. He had a baby on the way.
That's right.
He has a baby on the way, so I get it. So I mean, what do you?
I totally agree, and given the fact that he's an NFL player at that, right? How much more he had to go through in his progress of life as a football player, right? Stanford grad, his father played in the NFL. Andrew Luck comes from a good background, right? So he's not where he's financially struggling. He's made his millions. He's made at least up to $60 million in his lifetime, if not more than that, right?
And he got 20 years of football on his body. People forget that.
That's right. That's correct.
All Little League.
So Luck has had a lot on him, right? And so, you know, you can't question a man for what he wants to do, right? You can quit whatever you want to, whenever you want to. Who am I to judge that man, right?
Exactly.
Even if I was a Colts fan, you know, I might not be happy about it because the Colts are on the verge of going to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
No question. No question. So,
last year.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, Andrew Luck he's maybe the most underrated player in the league. People don't really talk about how good he really is. But Andrew Luck, he made his decision, and you know it is what it is.
You remember what team I told you I was scared of last year? If you go back to last year's show,
about a year ago from today,
I said he asked me, he said, "Who are you scared of?" I said, "Them Colts." I said, "Once Luck comes back, it's gonna elevate." And I would have loved to see him play again because I wanted the Titans to play Luck. Yes, and I wanted to see, okay, guys, can we beat him? Without him, I just look at these like, okay. We playing the Colts. We not playing the Andrew Luck Colts.
That's right, man.
You know what I'm saying? And I respect Luck, man.
I do too. Hey, he owns the city, right? He got a key to the city. We never beat him. But hey, We'll holler at you, Andrew Luck.
Right.
It's been real, homie. Hey, you made your decision. Life goes on. Hey, let's try to win the AFC South.
Yes, sir.
Let's try to do
Yes,
it. So look, that's the end of the show. As always, look, we appreciate it, man. Hey, you can check Trenches out as well. His podcast is Just For Our Thoughts. Yes. Am I saying that right?
Just our thoughts.
Just Our Thoughts.
Yes.
Check that out on his podcast on YouTube and on Instagram as well. You'll be completely great. It's a complete great show.
Yes.
Check that out. As always, we here.
Also, like, share, subscribe. We want to get to at least 300 subscribers, so share the video, man.
That's right.
We like the comments, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
That's right, man.
Check us out,
and
man.
we'll put those tags at the bottom of the video as well for the podcast as well. So hey, we here, man. The season's starting up. Tennessee, step it up, guys. Tighten up. Let's go. Let's do it. Yes, sir.